Run, run.
Yeah, exactly. What is that? Pull that ripcord like in a lawnmower or on a go kart.
Chainsaw.
The chainsaw, right? Okay. Fantastic. It looks like we are streaming. Welcome, 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 everybody, to the Inner Circle Breakthrough Session. It is Thursday, September 14th, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever time it is that you happen to be watching it right now, live or recorded, depending on where you're at. I think I covered all of those bases, so very good. We are so glad to have you with us. If you're watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you are watching on YouTube and don't have the link, let me know in the chat on YouTube. I will get you the link so that you can join us here in Zoom because we've got people that are asking questions. I know Lisa Marie's got her hand up, John Tier, Bill Shoemaker, Coach Bob, not necessarily in that order, although I was right. That was in that order. But anyways, as it stands, we are so grateful and so glad that you are with us today on the Inner Circle Breakthrough Session. Before we get started, a couple of announcements. First of all, want to give shout out welcome. Now, I thought she was here in as part of the Inner Circle, but it shows that she is just now joining. Mary Valchik, welcome to the Inner Circle. And also, welcome Emprende con Angel, or Emprende con Angel if you're speaking it in English, but I like the Spanish version. Welcome to you, and glad that you are now part of our Inner Circle. We love you and we appreciate you very, very much. Also, we are starting a Telegram group with the Inner Circle members only. Okay? And I will post the link in the chat as soon as we get things started. Thank you very much, Robert, for posting the Zoom link. But what we will do is we will post the link to the Inner Circle Telegram chat in the chats so that you can join the Telegram group that we're putting together and get exclusive messages that way. So, yes, cool idea. I agree, Bob. Very, very much so. So then we have people we know that they're going to respond to that. Anyways, so those are a few announcements that we have. And also, wow, lots of people raising their hands already. This is going to be a very good Inner Circle with all of your breakthrough sessions ready to go. So you know what? I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get going with our dear friend, our GPS to success, the man who helps us get through with a breakthrough. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Hollis!
I was watching Arthur's face, and he was like, "My speakers are too loud." Because
You ought to know by now, Robert. I mean, Arthur.
Yeah, Craig's perfect. So it was just his speakers were too loud. So thank you so much, Craig. I love and appreciate you. I see Melody, James, and Jerome and Arthur on here as well. So, I don't have any really opening statement today. I have to do something with my wife, so I'm going to start answering questions. We got we got at least an hour, so let's get her on the road, man. Let's get her done.
Or should we say, get her done?
Get her.
I think that was, oh God, who was that? You want to be a
Cable
redneck
guy.
or something?
Cable guy.
Cable guy. That's
Larry.
it.
Larry
The cable guy. There we are. Yes, thank you. Matt, you just said that too in the chat. All right, well then let's get going. Lisa Marie Cook, you are up first. So please go ahead and unmute yourself and share with us.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Lisa Marie. How are you?
I am blessed, highly favored, deeply loved, and finer than frog's hair.
Wow, that is awesome. I see you look like you just worked out with Olivia Newton-John's.
Actually, I've been landscaping. I've been shoveling dirt all day. So yeah, I'm a little sweaty. I apologize for my appearance, but yeah.
None needed.
Anyway, okay. I want to share. I have absolutely nothing to complain about. I want to just share.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, and it's not that I do consider this a win, I guess. But over the last month, I've just been kind of not being on social media as much as I should be, or actually I wanted to be, um, for some reason. But I'm telling you, it took me a while to get into retirement. I
Yeah,
mean, because I'm just a go, 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 go. You know what
right.
I mean? And I was taking things around the homestead. I mean, when I was working, I used to dread it so much. All the little things that we kept getting behind on. And as soon as you get into a project, it's like Sunday afternoon, everything stops.
Right.
And you got to go back for the week, you know? So um I don't know. I've been spending a lot of time on the home front.
Awesome. I think that's a huge win.
And it just makes me really happy,
Well,
really happy. I
that is
mean, I look
key.
forward to all the projects, I'm landscaping by myself. I'm building rock walls by myself. You know, I'm just doing all the things homeowners do,
I'm
you
proud of
know.
you. I'm super
Yeah,
proud of you.
yeah.
It's
So
it's so for us to take care of ourselves and also work on that gratefulness. To me that's the massive reset button. It always is.
yeah,
It always is, because
I think, yeah,
you can walk around your house or walk around your property and constantly find things wrong and constantly be not talking positive about it. And it's
mhm.
funny how, when you change the way you see things, things change,
Well,
and
that's just it. Yeah, because I didn't want anything to do it. See, my perfect day, everything is changing.
good, good. Because I promise you, when you're in that state, the times that you do reach out to connect with people, it's just going to be a million times more positive. You know what I
I've
mean?
noticed that already. Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
so, we gotta get that reset button done. We got to do that, whatever we got to do to put ourselves in a good place to connect with people. And coming from a grateful place is amazing. So
I am. I'm so grateful. And it makes me realize that I've taken on a lot for granted through the years, things that just have, I mean, I don't need them. We're fine. We're fine.
yeah,
Would I like more? Absolutely. Who doesn't? Right?
right.
We all want to grow. But honestly, I don't want for anything except, with the exception of one thing, and that's having my son here.
Oh, yeah. So
But
I go through that because I got Matthew out in California and my
mhm.
eldest son, he's out in Arizona. So I definitely understand that, Lisa Marie, for sure.
Well, our son, he's kind of disowned us. And
Yeah, I
that's
don't
really
know though. I
that's
don't
really
know.
difficult.
I don't
It's
know if
been
that's
3 years and he just, I don't understand it. I never will. So I'm trying to move past that. I can't
let
fix what I
go,
can't change.
let go of all expectations and pray
Yeah.
for the best and watch it turn around.
And see, I think that just was holding me back a lot too.
Yep.
And it's not like I don't need to earn the money that you do. If it
No,
comes to me, hell yeah. I mean, and then I can just make contributions to what makes me happy.
right.
And
It's one of those things where, we hear this constantly with all kinds of things, but the biggest ones I always hear it with is pregnancy. So people are trying to get pregnant and they go through all the testing, they go through everything, and they do all the, whatever kinds of expensive things they got to do to get fertile and have kids. And then they
mhm,
basically come to the realization that and this is not our plan. I guess this is not God's plan for us. And so what they do is they stop thinking about it, stop worrying about it. Maybe they even go out and adopt somebody. and the next thing you know, they're pregnant. And
Right.
there's so many people in the world that say, when I found the person that I'm with right now, I wasn't looking. When I met Terry, I could have not been more anti any relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was
Yeah.
telling people, sometimes my friends, I had to change what I said, because I would tell them, I'm done with women, and they're like, "Are you switching sides?" So then I would have to change what I said.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So
you know what, the deal with Fred, I've been very angry at him, very angry, and not rightly so, but not rightly so. It doesn't matter. I'm tired of being that right fighter.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I hate that, and I
I'm
do
proud of
compare
you.
my
I'm so proud of you.
well,
I seen
I
a
know
different energy. I seen a different energy with you today. For you to say that you're digging dirt and you're sweating, and then you just got on the Zoom anyway.
it's
Uh,
fun.
that's,
I
that's
enjoy it, you
that's
know.
not the Lisa Marie that I met years ago. There's no way that Lisa Marie would get on. Hey, I just got done with working. Hi everybody. This is me, and I love being
Right.
me. So
Yeah. And
embrace
I
that.
love being outside and all these projects, and we got all these plans. And you know what? As far as my business, I'm not going to give it up. I've got a lot
Oh,
into it. And if it comes, great. But my perfect scenario would be to pay for all my products, all of them. I love
right.
the products, and then be able to take all the trips, go to all the
Yeah,
events,
yeah.
and then after that, I can take it away. I don't need it. Do you know what I mean?
There's this thing, Lisa Marie, that I've had a lot of people tell me different reasons why they got involved with me in business. And one of the biggest ones that I hear all the time is they go, "Not at any time did I feel like you needed or wanted me in your business."
Oh, you know,
So
you're the reason.
just
You are the
total lack,
reason.
total lack of I need you to get in. You need to get in by, and have you purchased any product yet? Have you watched the video yet? I can you imagine being in a place where you're reaching out to people and they don't feel that from you at all?
Right, right.
So what they hear in that is he doesn't need me, and they feel confidence. They feel confidence. It's like, listen, when you're ready, I'm here for you. And, so let me know. I'll probably contact you tomorrow because I got to go out and do some stuff on my property.
Right,
So
right.
nothing's urgent. Nothing's urgent.
Right. And it's okay that my priority is changing, you
Always,
know. It,
always.
I think the main reason I wanted to succeed is to put that right back in people's faces, because I
Yeah.
wanted
And
to.
so get this.
That's terrible, but
When you no longer care what they think,
right,
now you
right.
don't have to stuff it down their throat. It's
Exactly.
that whole thing
Exactly.
where,
Yeah. That's
Lisa
kind of
Marie, when I get
cool.
big enough, you bullied me, and I get big enough, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you because you bullied me in school. And then all of a sudden that day comes, and it's like, nah, I guess I'm not interested. It's like who cares? You know what I mean? It's like, who cares?
You know what? We have the best of the best of the best with your mentorship, with your guidance. And
Uh,
I mean, you cannot do any better than what we have.
I'm gonna
So,
try. I'm gonna continue to try. I'm pushing myself, and
yeah, well, we're
and I,
blessed
I'm
to
really
have.
pushing myself because I put myself in a new person's shoes. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And so I try to come from that place, like, the videos that I've been doing lately. And thank you, every one of you, because I've had so many encouraging words that, where people are reaching out to me and going, "I really don't think you can get better than that last video." And
Right.
and then they reach out to me and go, "Okay, I was wrong."
Right. You continually do it. You continually leave people with the impression of increase.
Well, love you, Lisa Marie, and thank
Me
you for
too.
sharing that. What a great way to
Yeah,
start out this
I
inner
feel good about
circle.
it.
Yeah,
It's just, this is not, my business is not my priority right now.
yeah,
If it happens, great. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm still gonna, I still need to be a part of this inner circle
yeah.
and get those good vibes from all these great people. I mean, that's amazing.
Well, I
And
love
if,
hearing your happiness means a lot to me. You're
yeah,
more family than you ever were an affiliate. So I love
so
you.
are you, my dear. So
Okay.
yes, I
Next
love you.
person. Thank you, Lisa Marie.
You bet.
Lisa Marie, thank you so very much. That was great. Appreciate
Mhm.
you. All right, let's go ahead and keep going because I guess Robert, you're on limited time today, right?
Okay, let's crank them out.
Let's crank them out. John Tier, your hand is up. Go ahead, unmute yourself and please share.
Hey.
What's up, Mr. Tier?
Craig, I've been waiting for your theme music to start. Let's get it started in here.
I can do that.
Because he's got this energy. I was like, yeah, let's go. So I just want to share a couple of wins, and also I wanted to ask you just a couple of quick questions.
Sure.
Okay. So as of today, my friends have gone up to what's that, 2473.
Woo! Yes.
And that was up from 2313 last week. And now 2761 followers from 2597. So
how's that? How does that feel?
that feels really great. It
It does.
And I've been keeping a track. It's been 22 straight days that I've been doing this now.
Look at my hair. My hair is standing up.
Yep.
That is a huge win, John. I mean, one of the biggest objections that I see people have is, I just don't know where I'm going to find people to connect with. And it's like, you get that confidence down. Again, I always probably sound like, the great grandpa that walked uphill, because of the way I had to connect with people. But it was, I was awful going out and talking to people. And then I just kept getting better and gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. And then I would tell people, they go, well, I don't know anybody. And I said, well, great. I said, why don't we go out for lunch? And they go, okay, where you want to go? I said, is there a mall someplace with a food mart? And they go, yeah. And we'd walk in the food mart and I said, here's some people. And they're going, yeah, but I don't know what to say to them. I go, great, follow me. And I would challenge them saying, pick out anybody. And then they would watch me go up and talk to them. And they got to see me fail. They got to see me get ignored. And then they got to see me win. And it was like nothing better than spending a half hour, an hour with people and them just watching you sort. Yeah. Because in their mind, they're like, he said, listen, I'm eating, I'm busy, I'm not interested. And I said, I appreciate you. And they would stop in their track and go, thank you. And then keep eating, because they're focused or they're in a rush or they got something on their mind. So thanks for sharing the win. That's awesome.
Yep. And I wonder, Robert, this morning I was in the 6-phase meditation and I didn't get past the gratitude part. When I realized it was like the end, I was like, it's over already. And I was still like just in that phase of just thanking and thanking and thanking just for everything. And because sometimes it takes me off into this prayer meditation.
Oh, totally. Totally.
And I realized, I was like, what do you mean it's over? Let's fast forward this.
Totally. I've gotten lost. I've gotten lost on gratitude. And I've gotten lost on, it's like, okay, so, think of your life 3 years, 3 years from now. And then all of a sudden the tape's over. And I'm like, I'm going like, wow, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Well, I'm going to take more than that. It's
okay. Right. Right. So the quick questions are, how do you use the quick start video? Do you use it as a sort? And the other one was, how do you get a weekly check? And
Okay.
I'm asking that because I heard you say something about how Mary set her left and right teams up, and so
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Well, the weekly check, I'll do the last one first. A weekly check just comes from the consistency of having people in your group get jump starts. So jump starts are always their very first purchases.
right.
So whether they're the first purchases of people in your organization or first purchases from customers, but that's how you get weekly checks, you know. So I always tell people, you're just focused on always filling the funnel and always bringing people
Okay.
in. And of course, when you get to the upper positions, then it's paying you more levels deep on the jump start. So it becomes a little easier that way. Now, the binary checks only work on a monthly. So and there's going to be something that's going to be released tomorrow where people will be able to get one level of check matching without being 5K. So I'll just leave that alone. But
Whoa.
but it's pretty exciting. So did that fulfill your second question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how to get a weekly check is, of course, as you're going up in rank, it's just the consistency of constantly plugging people in. And I will share one other thing. I knew I wasn't finished there. Because I'm plugging so many people in, John, what I do on Thursday is Thursday afternoon, I will take screenshots of people's back office and the people underneath them and just say, hey, listen, at midnight Pacific time, the week starts over and there's some people in your group. And if you want to get compensated for them, and some people will go, well, is that true? Yeah, it is on the binary. And so I always tell them, listen, if you can place an order of any kind, that's going to help you. And so, again, that's all sorting as well. So your first question was what?
First question was, how do you use this quick start video? Is
Oh,
it something that, after the person joins, do you use it as a sorting tool, ask them to watch that, or
yeah,
is it
believe it or
after?
not, this I'm learning all the time. There's not any time that I'm not learning. One of the things I found out about putting the quick start link together is that if you guys even notice, there's still people that introduce me to people that they haven't totally watched my steps to success and freedom. So what I'll do is if I talk to people and they go, well, I became a free affiliate, now I'm sending them the quick start. And believe it or not, I'll tell you guys the videos that I'm promoting more than ever right now is I not only want to send them the quick start so they can see everything and the playlist, but also I'm telling them, watch Joshua's video and watch Mary's video. And so I'm really seeing that people watching the process of other people it is sometimes better than me doing the process.
Right.
Because again, it's like, so I just tell people, so if you hook me today together with a group messenger and introduce me to someone, I'll say behind that, I'll say, oh, by the way, I just recently put the quick start playlist together and just glance at these. And it is funny because I still have a majority of people that come back to me and go, I don't really know what you do. And I'm going, so when you watch videos, you don't pay attention.
I think there's something else.
You might not think that I'm that brutal. And for people that have done group chats with me, if they're not following the procedure, if there's anything that I do to push people, I go, listen, I totally understand where you are right now, but I can help people that can't help themselves. And the reason that we did the videos and the reason that they're available for you is that if you watch them and you still do not understand what we do, this might not be for you.
Yeah, because those videos, I mean, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like we don't need a line, Robert. We got the videos. You know?
Yeah. And honestly, that will always be my goal. My goal will be, and if you guys say, well, I wish there was a video about this. Like I consistently get told, why don't I do a training? Say that should already be cut off. But why don't I do a training on how to do the back office? Because my goal is to get them a paid affiliate.
Right.
See?
Right.
So I'd rather explain to them on Thursday, when I get paid, I reach out to them and I go, hey, John, is there any way you could log into your back office and click on the credit wallet? And they're like, where did this come from? It is so easy to help someone set up on all their stuff in the back when they're trying to figure out how to withdraw that money. I did that to Moss and Joshua.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, there's like $600 in here. How do I get that out? And I go, I don't live in Nigeria. I have no idea how to get that money out. And they go, I gotta go. And I was like, they apparently figured it out.
Yeah. Okay, that's great stuff, man. That's
Great
really,
question,
really
John.
good.
Great question.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay, I'm proud of you, man. I like some
you.
of you that are sort of taking a personal responsibility to go out and see how many followers you can get. I just really believe in that. What?
That's great.
Craig's third job is DJ. It's
DJ.
like
I thought you were wrapping up, so I had to play it.
Right. Craig, you need that.
Air horn. I try to do that with my mouth. I can't do it.
Right. You know. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Love you, John. Appreciate you,
Love you
man.
guys
Thanks
too.
for sharing.
John, thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to push you off, if that's what happened.
No.
Okay. I wanted to make sure, because
I was like, all of a sudden, it's like my answers go longer than they're supposed to, and all of a sudden I hear music start creeping in. It just keeps getting louder and louder and louder.
Oh, so we're at the Oscars then. Okay, that sounds.
Oh, buddy.
All right. Yeah, I will do that. Anyways, let's move on. We got enough people here. We got 4 more hands raised to get through. So,
Okay.
Bill Shoemaker, why is your camera off?
Uh-oh.
Bill?
He went to the bathroom.
I think he must have. All right, so we're going to come back to Bill. Coach Bob, there you go. I see you are on. So let's go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share.
Thank you, Craig. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Hey, Robert. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, great. Going on. Excellent. So I have a few quick questions. You can answer them quick. On the holding tank, do you use that at all?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. It's an advanced sales technique that closers like using because they're good at manipulation and fear of loss. And so it's like, hey, if you do something, I'll give you something.
Right. I know Joshua had mentioned that he had used it, I think, to show people that are under. Okay, because I don't use it. It's just and
it's hard to explain to people. And I've seen once people don't understand it, they forget about it, and then they get mad. You know what I mean? It's like, well, now you got to explain to them that if you're not paying attention, it's going to just turn around and it's going to throw them out. It's going to put them underneath somebody anyway. Right. And now you got them calling up going, I was wanting to put them underneath somebody else. Well,
sure.
Oh my God. So I never talk about the holding thing.
Okay. All right, good. Second one, I know I talked to you about this a few weeks ago, but the GoalBot, have you heard anything on that? Or
no, I would honestly say that my private conversations with Josh Wagle, that I don't think we'll ever see that come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The other question I had for you is, you're such a good teacher and trainer. Did they ever ask you to be the corporate trainer? I don't know why, unless you said no. I can't believe that they wouldn't.
Well, it was a transition that I went through, Bob, where and like at the end of my career, like that was with Gano Excel was like 2012. And me and Matt had put all this crazy stuff together. And it really was 100% to go out against the Ray Hignans and the Randy Schroeders and the Tim Sells of the world, the Eric Worreys, and dominate. There was only one reason I was doing it.
Right.
And so that's when I was speaking internationally everywhere. You know what I mean? So I spoke for Eric Worre 5 times and Ray Higdon, I think 2 or 3 times, the Association of Network Marketing Professionals 3 times. That we wrote the book in 12. We released it 12. So there was a lot of strategic stuff that went through that. And I know that I helped a lot of people. It just was not for me. It wasn't for me because, have you guys ever heard the phrase? I haven't said this phrase in a while, Bob. It's, once you experience a luxury, it becomes like mandatory. So the best one I use is if you ever accidentally got upgraded from coach to first class. It now becomes a necessity.
Right. I gotcha. Right.
And everybody could say, well, it costs too much. Well, you can earn more money. You know what I mean? So once I bought my first new car, I was going, I'll never buy it. And so a luxury experience once becomes a necessity. So, So what you're talking about is when I did all that, someone gave me a CD, and it was Tony Robbins did a whole interview with a bunch of people that were online monsters. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's Tony Robbins, money makers online.
Sure.
I mean, this was way back, so the internet's just really getting there. And I remember he talked to a guy, I'll never forget, his name was Dean Jackson. And he was a real estate person selling stuff on, Money Masters. So he got on with Tony Robbins, and he goes, they all said this. They were like Frank Kern, all of them just went, thank you so much for your personal power tapes. I drilled through them, and, awareness is so cool. You learn all these things that you don't know. And Dean Jackson said, so in those tapes you're talking about, if I didn't have a clearly defined, written down perfect day that I didn't imagine every day, that it would never come to pass. And Tony Robbins said, yeah, sure. And he goes, I would never want your schedule. And he's a little overweight, this guy, Dean Jackson, he's a little overweight, a little bigger than me. And he just went, I can't imagine getting up in the morning or going sleep at night and looking at your calendar.
Oh.
And you could hear Tony just quiet. and he goes, listen, he said, and the best analogy I've used for people, Bob, with understanding, thinking outside of the box to get leverage, massive leverage. Best story you guys could ever tell. So you got Siegfried and Roy. Have any one of you seen Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah.
Okay. Tigers, a tiger has a bad day and the act is over. That's what he said to Tony Robbins. He goes, when are you going to be able to promote an event and not show up? He goes, never. There's not a damn person you're ever going to be able to put in your shoes. And he goes, so people expect you to be there. He says, my example is the Blue Man Group. And Tony Robbins went, what do you mean? And he goes, well, these are 3 guys that thought before they performed that if I paint myself with blue latex, they can't tell who I am.
Right.
And I'm never going to speak. So I can teach this gig to anybody. and so now if you go to Blue Man Group online and look up the company, it's a multi-billion dollar thing, just like Circus LA. And there's a live show this weekend happening in Vegas, and one in New York, and one in Paris, and one in London, because the three guys that are doing it are not the same guys that came up with the thought.
Right.
So there was this mystery that went on for a little while that, people just said, who the hell are these guys? Who started this? No one had ever done an interview with any of them. And so when he said that to Tony Robbins in that CD, it was amazing how Tony Robbins was just going, wow. And he said, so the thing, to talk about my industry, you guys, Anthony, Arthur, you guys paying attention here? It's like for it to be so duplicatable that you could give it to somebody else and they would succeed at it.
Right.
And they did that with the thought before they launched, because the Blue Man Group was just entertaining in Central Park or something like that. So they were just standing on the street doing stuff like that, having people throw money in a suitcase. and so that I really admire you, Bob. I really do.
Yeah, you would have been a great doing it, but I know it's a lot of your time and dedication, right? But yeah, I think you would have been great at doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you.
I'm not that Mark's bad, but
no. And so at the time that I caught this business again, I got tricked into this business. I had I got some of the biggest players on the planet that reached out to me that said, we would have wrote you a couple of $1 million check, because they knew I was a master distributor for Gano Excel. And so we did over $1 billion in volume in 4 years. And so I was pretty high on the hog then. Now, you asked Melody and Craig, it was like, there was no one, $270,000 a month and residual income. It was just freaking on fire. I still haven't seen this with a lot of people, but we were enrolling paid customers and paid affiliates 15,000 a month.
Wow. It's crazy.
And it's the same thing I'm trying to teach you guys.
Yeah.
So it was just so simplistic. People were just point, guide, and directing. They were just and they felt like they could do it, and people were getting results and rank advancements, and it was just amazing. So when they all would call me, I said, apparently you guys called the wrong person. If you would have called Terry, that's why I'm doing this. And the story. So my first couple of years, it was like I'm helping her out with her little business. Right. And then I fell back in love with this industry more than I ever have. Okay. So it all was the journey, but thank you so much for saying.
Yeah. And the last one, how's the rowing going? I want to keep you going on that.
Awesome. 3.5 minutes today.
All right.
Yeah. I've never felt better. So
just keep it up.
Yeah. Watch. The last time that I made a commitment to my health was 18, 19.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah. So I was incredible in sports and just always pushed myself. And then I got in martial arts and took that as far as I could frickin' take it. So at one time I was fighting professionally in Professional Karate Association.
Wow. Nice.
And so yeah, I loved it. So that was before mixed martial arts was really a big deal. So we were in a ring with ropes. And on the job, the story where I messed up my knee, and that was messed up my knee. And then that day I had incredibly calorie intake, but just did not work out at all. My knee's in a cast.
Yeah.
And I ballooned up to 280 and been at 280 since I was 28 years old, 280, 290. So so all of a sudden I got to 306 when I went to go to the clinic to get my yellow fever shot. And I was like, we all talk about thoughts are things. Do you guys realize that I said this to myself? I'm too heavy. That's not good. And all of a sudden, my feet felt like they were hurting more than usual. Because I told myself I'm too heavy. That's my analogy. I told
Right.
myself I was too heavy, and the rest of my joints were going, duh. Duh. We've been trying to get your attention. Will you stop taking aspirin and CBD, and maybe they'll hurt enough where you can drop 100 pounds. So that's where my head is now. So
Good.
I'll
Keep
pull it.
asking. I'll keep checking up on you.
Please do.
Yeah. Well, love and appreciate you. Thanks so much, Robert.
Love you.
Yeah.
I really enjoy our relationship and looking forward to getting to know you more.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, Coach Bob. Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
All right. Bill, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you since you're next. And go ahead, because I guess you're now going to be non-camera, but vocal.
Thank you, Craig. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find you guys on the computer today, so I couldn't get the link, so I had to do it on my phone.
Okay.
And then I put my phone on a tripod, and it wouldn't fit on the tripod, so I took it out of its cover, and it fell on the floor and broke the camera. So anyway, I'll need a new phone now, but I normally do it on my
I think you deserve a new phone.
I think so too. So awesome. Congratulations, Robert. You know, I hear you, man. I'm 66 years old, and a few years ago, I ballooned up to about 240 pounds, and for me, that was really hard. I couldn't even go up a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
And I dropped 70 pounds just by exercising and eating right. So it's not brain science, but anyway. So congratulations. Yeah, and congratulations on John. That's awesome, brother. I'm with you. I'm doing it right now. And just one question. I know I know the answer, but I want you to tell me so I can get it out of my head.
Perfect. I love that.
The process. You send out the message, wishing you and yours, blessed. I hope you're having an awesome year. And they reply right back, oh, thank you. Well, for some reason in my head, I've got this thing, well, if I go right back, and then, oh, no, wait, let me go through the process some more. Then I send them either your video or, the science of getting rich. And they say, cool, thank you. I really appreciate that. Now, for some reason in my head, I feel like I have to wait a day or so because it seems like I'm going too fast.
Well, here's what's so cool about your thinking.
Right.
Collapse time frames, and if I tell you that it works, so you could
probably did
someone, and
more than once.
John and I have really been talking about this. If I could take a magic wand to every one of you, not only would I tap you on the forehead, but I want you to believe that you could trust your instincts and awareness. So I have reached out to somebody, did the verbal message of 15 seconds. How you doing? I hope everything's great. They respond back, oh, what a nice message. And I go, I'm so glad that you responded. Thank you very much. Here's the gift. Right? And they come back and go, wow, this is amazing. And I said, I wanted to connect with you and get you to understand that I really need your help. If you could do me a huge favor, your personal favor. And when I say that, I assume that they're going to say yes, and I immediately post my video in my affiliate link. Awesome. So in the best case scenario, like the video that I did, what would be the perfect outcome? Right? The perfect outcome is if you could knock out that entire scenario in a minute and a half.
Right.
And the perfect outcome would be, thank you very much. I'll do it right away. And then you get an email where they created a free affiliate account. And then you send them a message, congratulations, I seen you became an affiliate. I'm really looking forward to helping you. And you send them the quick start playlist.
There you go.
God
loves speed.
Yeah.
Right.
So that scenario can happen very quickly, but that same scenario that I just shared with you, Bill, could be like the opposite wrong thing that you could do with the wrong person.
Right. Got to be the right person at the right time.
I see Coach Bob shaking his head. So You know, I've had people where I did it. I know I did the certain way. Perfect, Bill.
Right.
And they went off on me. Like you piece of blah,
Right,
blah,
right.
blah. And my mentor helped me with that. He
I
would
get
say,
a lot of that too. Yeah.
he would teach me that I have no freaking clue what just happened to that individual.
Right.
Got in a fight with their spouse, found out that they need to put down their dog. I mean, honestly, you just do not know when you're sending someone a message at the wrong time in their life. And that's why you got to divorce yourself from rejection and divorce yourself from people that are just the wrong people at the wrong time.
There you go. I'm getting it. I'm a little
Well,
slow, but once I get it, I've got it.
You're not slow.
That's part of my programming, but yes.
You're not.
Once I
You're
get
not
it, I got
slow. Listen, you're not slow. You're Bill Shoemaker.
I love you, brother.
Tell me that.
I am not slow. I am Bill Shoemaker.
Perfect. Because
Perfect.
when we say that we're slow or we're not learning fast enough or it takes me forever, do you know that all those are references from being comparitis?
Right. Right.
We're on our own damn journey.
That's
And that is not slow. That's not fast. It's like, Matt really gets into this stuff, you guys, because, when we really understand that the reason that we label things and say the stuff we do is like, really, do you know that people just said we need to set up a calendar? We need to set up a clock. We got to divide all this stuff so we can get people at a place at a certain time when they're supposed to be there. So when you find out, I'll never forget when the tsunami hit, that they found this group of people that the tsunami didn't hurt. And they went to this village and no one there had an age.
Wow.
They would walk up to people and go, how old are you? And they had a translator and the person's going, I don't know. I don't know how old I am. Well, when's your birthday? I have no clue.
Huh.
So in that village, they used to do this dance that they did. And they always told stories around the campfires during parties. And one of the stories talked about that if all of a sudden you see the water go backwards, and it went backwards so fast that you could see fish and other animals that didn't know it was a happen, run your ass for the highest spot you can find. So when the water went backwards, that tribe just turned and ran. They didn't, well, I wonder what the hell that's all about. Maybe I'll walk out there and see what the fish are doing. So thank you, Bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. And hey, that Don Fella guy asked for the information. So
For what information?
the link and your video.
Oh, kick ass.
Yeah.
Bill ran into a guy that wrote him a chapter of a book. And
Right.
Jesus. Bill sent it to me and I go, doesn't Bill know me? What
Right.
the hell was he doing? Did he
I
lost?
thought about that.
No, but I listened to your message first.
Right.
So I thank you. I took the time and got through it. So
Yeah. It'd be fun doing a Zoom with Don Fela, huh?
Yeah, get this. This guy says that Don Fela has
right.
1.4 million people in his group and 325,000 on auto ship.
Right.
Wow, that's a good retention. But,
Yeah.
but it's like I would love to talk to him. So
Yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah. Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bill, thank you so very much. I'm glad we got to get you in here.
I'd want to talk to Don Fela for one reason. Guys, ready? I'm going to go, how many of these books did you sell last month? Just to prove to everybody that they go, well, you told me about this guy, so I bought a case of books and I'm handing them out. Well, do you set your appointments in a phone booth with a pager? It's like, move forward. It's like I give you a ride in my Tesla X, and the first thing that you do is you reach over and you start doing this on the door. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm trying to roll the window down. It's like, all right, try to move into this time and period. Yeah, I seen Arthur wrote here, is that gives you the first 4 chapters. I think in the book, that didn't he say you're supposed to read the first 3 chapters and get back to him? I might be wrong, but I know people are trying to move his wisdom and his material and his process into this day and age. The only difference is the people that help him get paid for this book, and the people that help him get paid for the membership in the app. So that might be a reason they're doing it. I just thought I'd throw that out there, Arthur. It's like, if you take a person that has no money in Nigeria and they got to buy a system and an app and a website before they do business, might not be duplicatable. On to the next one.
Okay. Anthony Lombardo, your hand is up. You've been unmuted. Go ahead and please share with us.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Robert. Thank you, Craig. Just have a quick few wins to share. I finally got my copy of The Greatest Miracle in the World.
Yay!
I just got it today. And is this the book where I'm supposed to reread chapter 9 every night before going to bed, or is that a different book?
No, that's the book.
All
I
right.
wasn't able to see the title when you did it, so it looked like it was the right book.
Yeah, it looks like an older version that was printed. So I got this on Amazon.
Is chapter 9, the God Memorandum?
Let's see. Oh, I just had it. The God Memorandum. Yes, it is.
Perfect. And for those of you that are not believers, read it anyway. Read it anyway. But yeah, so congratulations, man. That's a huge freaking win.
Yeah, I'm really excited to read it. And another win that I have is that I'm going to be doing a celebration or a gratitude post for one of my affiliates. I got his first belief check today. So
awesome. Payday.
I love payday. I love Thursday. It's Thursday night football and it's payday. I get paid for my career job.
Thursday night football.
Oh yeah, I get paid for my career job, and now this.
I hope I don't make any enemies, but it takes a really funny post to make me really laugh. And it showed a picture of Jim Kelly of the Bills, and he said that he has now more completions than what the hell?
Aaron Rodgers,
yeah, that he has more completions to the players of the Jets than Aaron Rodgers does. And then of course he put above there is too soon.
Well, I'm a Jets fan, so I am happy that we do have Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be an exciting season. But the question that I have for you is that I had a conversation with somebody today on Facebook Messenger, and it was a money objection. Okay. I gave him the website. He wanted to know what products that we offer. And immediately he said that, oh, I can't promote this. It's too much money. So, I told him, well, with higher quality, these are premium products. They're clean. Yes, they are higher money, but think of the benefits that it gives to people. I use a lot of the projects myself, and I cannot tell you the conviction that I have with them. And so, and then number 2, it sounds like he already has it in his head that, he has like this belief system that, oh, he cannot promote these products. So right there, I don't think he's going to be a candidate. It's not worth my while trying to convince him.
It's two things. One is understanding sorting, if here's a cool, because I know that you got a lot of sales experience. So Anthony, it's like one of those things where, you handle an objection by basically taking them away. And I've actually said that to those people. They said, well, the products are too expensive. And I said, well, the goal of doing this business is finding the right people at the right time. And thank you for not wasting my time. Have a good day. So when someone throws out an objection, just leg sweep them, just totally leg sweep them, because that's when they go, oh, like the trolls, right? Just like the trolls on the AMA. They're looking for a different response. So someone saying that to you is either had a bad experience or know someone personally that's had a bad experience, or they're trying to cross pitch you. Say that, so if this person was like a distributor and Live Good, you know what I mean? And he bought into the BS that the cheapest products are the ones that work. So I had a guy just recently just said that. He goes, how can you sell overpriced products? And I said, the same way you can.
Yeah. And it's funny enough, he actually said that
and as soon as I said that, he goes, what do you mean? And I said, you take any product that you have and I can find it cheaper on Amazon. And I'm already paying for the membership. I don't need another membership. And he goes, people told me not to reach out to you. I'm going like, because my responses to people's in that company now are getting sort of viral. You know what I mean? So I've had people that don't even know me reach out and say, hey, that's not true. And now they're trying to argue with me. I'm going like, oh, I said I didn't realize if you got involved in a company, you had to wait for 32,000 people to get underneath you to make $2,000. And I said, do you know $50 to get started, $40, $9.99? I said, you take that times 32,000, the company makes 1.4 million, pays you $2,000. That has got to be the worst comp plan I've ever heard of in my freaking life. And he's like, I don't know that much about the comp plan. I said, how long you been with the company? He said 6 months. I said, can you send me a copy of your deposits and your online banking? He goes, no. And I said, let me know when you do.
Well, it's funny, Robert, because he also says that he's been with Amway for, quite some time. And I told him, listen, I don't know much about Amway, but I know they've been around for a long time. And it's all about timing. My Daily Choice has been around for 8 months, 8 years, going on 9. Already doing $500 million in sales, and it's well on its way to $1 billion. But I pretty much told him, listen, it's like, I'm not going to argue and try to sway you to join My Daily Choice, because obviously you're not the right fit. You're not ready to accept the opportunity.
I wish I could share it with you guys, but I'd get in so much trouble. The new promo video that's coming out, and it's 2 minutes. It's knock your socks off, but right in it, while it's in a theme and it's really running good, it just says, and no membership fees, it's like and not that you need to debate this stuff, but one of the things I love about Amway's website, if you go to Amway's website, put in frequently asked questions, and you look under products, the very first question that it asks is, why are the products so expensive? And it's right behind that. It says, premium quality products always cost more than the cheapest products. And I'm just like, so that's the way Amway handles. Well, why are the vitamins more than what I can buy off an Amazon website? I'm sure if Amway could figure out how to make them less cost and still pay people that love the product and also want to, build an opportunity for themselves where they can quit their job or retire their spouse. See, that's where Amway's got people. Amway's got people because they don't lead with the product. You go to Amway.com and watch their opportunity website. I think it takes less than a millisecond for it to say, so we want to show you how to make money. And they do 8 billion. And the rest of the companies don't know how to catch them. And their product video has got 42 million views on it, and it's 45 seconds long. with nobody talking. It just
Probably a
says
lot of people driving
got
traffic
premium-
to that video.
we got premium quality. We got premium quality products that you can't buy from the big box stores or Amazon.
Right. I do enjoy a nice sizzle video, so I love sharing that 2-minute sizzle video where, you know, My Daily Choice says, yeah, no membership cost, and look at all these brands that we offer. So I do love it. So I'm really looking
Yeah.
forward to the next one that they
Yeah,
have
the
coming
new
out.
one, the new one that they're going to talk about tomorrow that's got these.
Somebody going shopping, swipe.
Yeah, well, it's just you know, I'll give you guys a little bit of lead in. I think because I said this to somebody today, a couple of leaders. I said I have grandchildren, and they go, oh, and they're going. I said, so listen, I could spend a lot of time talking to them and finding out what they want for a birthday present. And I said, and then I got to make sure to call all the people that know them to make sure that we're not doubling up on that product. And they go, yeah. And I go, so I send my granddaughter and my grandson a $200 Amazon card. And when I send it to them, then they get on a Zoom with me and they know how to share the screen and we go shopping. So they show me what they're buying.
Nice.
And I do that for them for Christmas too. And he goes, that is like the best idea I ever heard. And I go, so can you imagine sharing with people a theoretical example on how they can walk away from their job and all they got to do is buy some brand bucks that puts $200 in their account and they can shop whenever they want?
That's awesome. That is really huge, Robert.
So now you're not sitting down saying you got to go through 1,000 products. And then they say to you, well, Anthony, which ones do you like the most? And you say, well, really, honestly, I like this and this. And then they go, I would never use that. You know, I love the dog treats. Well, I don't have any dog treats. Well, you like meat sticks? You know, it's like, we're just making it way, way, way simpler. It's going to be good. So the choice will be, you know, buy whatever amount you want in brand bucks that sits in a page just like the loyalty program.
Right, right.
And so with that, you guys can't tell anybody. All right. So with that, what if you got $200 in spending for spending $199? You also got $200 in prepaid travel. And then you also got paid one level deep for check matching.
That is huge. That's a game changer.
So now this is going to immediately end up being everyone's auto ship. Because now you don't have to go in there and figure out, well, maybe we got too much of this product. I already want to try the other products. And people just can keep accumulating brand bucks. And so we've been playing around with words like the buck stops here. And
That's great.
So, yeah, so it's going to make the present. You know, Josh always asks me what the hell he can do for me. And all I ever tell him is I said, listen, please, please, please do another, 15-minute presentation that I can promote. Because I'm telling you what, Josh Wagle comes across like a freaking genius. He really, really, really does. Because you hear the words that he says and the way that he talks about stuff, and you just go, it's part of neuro-linguistic programming, unless it's real. So when you ask Elon Musk a question, you immediately go, this guy is way smarter than me. and that's his vocabulary. So he's not doing it to impress you. And the other thing that Joe Rogan said a number of times, he's spent time with him, and he says, there is no other person on the planet smarter than Elon Musk. And I think it was Chappelle said, why? How do you say that? And he goes, every smart person that I've been around answers immediately. He goes, Elon Musk goes into the database. So you reach out to him and go, so it's too cold on Mars. So what would you do? And he goes, well, what we could do, So it's like it's going through the database and putting some stuff together, and then his answers are all always like, well, we could, light off a couple of nuclear explosions on Mars, and that would warm up the atmosphere. And you're like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Did you guys hear he's coming out with his own blockchain?
That's going to be interesting.
Going to be really interesting. So thanks, Anthony. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Robert.
You bet.
Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. All right, so we got
Anthony
one more.
Anthony always bringing the wisdom, man. You guys are awesome. I love it. There's not a person on here that well, wait a minute. No, I love talking to you all. That's right. Some of you are ready to fight me. You're going like, I'm that person? No. Which, by the way, Arthur, I hope you're doing great. I've been praying for you big time.
Go ahead, Arthur. I just unmuted you. And yeah, just real quickly before we go to James, Arthur, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. My mom just sent me a picture. She's still in the hospital, but she just sent me a photo of her bald head.
Wow.
But she's hopefully going to get out this weekend. She says tomorrow or this weekend sometime.
Good. Good. And your wife still letting you stay there?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm laughing with you because I could see that you're laughing. It's like it's just not all piled on your shoulders. So prayer works big time, man, whether you believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to her about the whole drinking thing. Like, I feel like I've talked to her like thousands of times about it. And
I
think now I think she finally is getting it that I'm fucking serious. Like, something needs to change here.
Yeah.
So she says she's going to try and curb it, or I don't know what she's going to do, but
What's her first name?
Alexandra.
Alexandra. Need to start praying for Alexandra too, for those of you that pray.
Yeah, she goes by Alex, but
oh, thanks, Arthur, for the update.
No problem. Thank you.
You bet.
Love you too.
Hey, Arthur, just let your mom know bald is beautiful.
Yeah, I texted her. I said, or I texted her back when you were talking, because she sent that when you were talking. I said, at least you don't have to worry about doing your hair for a while.
Yeah, it's really cool. Just boom, done.
Yeah,
very good.
And then I know another one who's
John second the motion.
Yeah, John Tier and James Saunders.
Oh my God, I forgot. You got a lot of baldies on here.
Yeah, we got a few of us B2Bs up here.
By the way, my mom is 66 too, so
Coach Bob took his hat off. He was like, whoa.
Oh, there we go. We didn't know that one. Okay.
My God, dim those lights a little bit.
All right, guys. Ready, aim, fire.
Bald is beautiful, man. I love you guys. Okay, I'm after 5. Let's get James done.
Saunders, go ahead, unmute, and please share.
Hey, Robert.
I love you, brother. What's up?
First thing I want to say, I'm full of gratitude. I'm full of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love you, brother.
I love you too. For the people that are on here, you just don't know. Let me tell you, you just don't know. We have all of these leaders throughout My Daily Choice who tout this, who say that, who do this and who do that. And none of them have ever had 700 none of them have ever had 700 and some thousand people on their team in any capacity, and we listen to them.
Yep.
And they leave this company and they go to another company, we listen to them. And they go to another company, we listen to them. Stop it.
Yeah.
I'm only listening to Robert because the reason why I said thank you, and then I'm saying it is a win, is because you have helped me wipe away all opposition.
Awesome.
I don't have opposition because I remember going on a plane. You said you when you use a luxury one time. How do you put it? You do something.
When you experience luxury, it becomes a necessity.
That's it. And I was on a plane, and I made the mistake. No, it wasn't a mistake. It was fortuitous. I was always flying coach because I was saying, if I fly first class, I don't get to the destination any quicker than flying coach.
We're really good. We're really good. It's like, do you guys know that middle seats cost less than the outside seats?
And I'm like, that's where I was thinking. And
Right.
so I'm talking to this one of my affiliates one time, and he's telling me about where you can go. I went on Spirit and I get it for cheaper. I said, I'm not trying to hear that. See, I eat my meals with a knife and a fork on a plate. You eat your meals, you either have to pay for them or they come out of a paper bag and you're sitting next to the restroom. We can't even have a conversation. So I don't use words like I can't afford this.
Right.
And we can't afford that. And I don't need this. And I guess I'll get that. And when I'll get that, I'll get it eventually. I don't even use phrases like that. Because when I fell headfirst into the baseboard of a wall and having MS, I couldn't tell my doctor, who was a power lifter, I don't need to really walk that well anyway.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said to him, I am going to still do what I do. I'm still going to triumph. And it has been that way. And the reason why I say thank you to you, Robert, is because you have a mindset and it permeates what you say. And it has enabled me to never use limited language anymore.
Wow. Yeah.
Anymore.
I just tell people, the biggest thing is awareness. And when you really realize how much language we use, like I've always told my sons, my wife, everyone that knows me, you hear stupid stuff come out of my mouth, you have the right to correct me. I allow God to do it. And I want to be interrupted in the middle of my sentence when I'm saying stupid stuff. It's like, the more you get to trust that instinct, the more you get to trust that, that words are real, and you stop to listen to what you have to say. It's when I learned that my mind stops to listen to what I have to say, like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's one of his biggest quotes that he says, don't even joke about yourself. Don't use words joking about yourself. So if you guys notice, when I heard that, it's easy for me to respond that I'm dyslexic. See, I'm not saying, James, that you should say you don't have MS. It's just that I'll say I'm dyslexic, and as soon as I do, and I go, it's my superpower. So when you say something that's defeated, back it up with something that's like, hey, I wasn't that smart, but I'm getting gooder and better every day in every way. It's like, so you just get to the point where one phrase comes out and then you use your mouth and to just make it better. So James, I appreciate you saying that, man. I love and appreciate you.
For example, MS doesn't stand for multiple sclerosis. MS stands for muscular strength.
Amen, man.
That's how I come off. I have muscular strength.
I see what Michael J. Fox has done with Parkinson's, and I'm just that freaking dude inspires me every time I see him speak. I'm just like blown away that what disease did that guy have? Hawkins. What kind of disease did he have?
ALS.
ALS. Yeah. It's like when you see people that all of a sudden have their life changed like that, and they persevere. They just persevere, man. I just think it's awesome, James. You inspire me.
A big
I
part
don't
of
think
that.
I've ever been to an event that you haven't been at.
I go to them all because you inspire me. Point blank. I don't use limited language anymore.
Amen.
I just don't use it because you don't use it. And I'm willing to do what you do. What do I look like saying, well, I don't need to get this, if I can get it, I'll get it. No.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Because I deserve it. It's mine.
You do. How can I afford this? That you just change it a little bit instead of saying I can't do that. It's like, how can I figure out how to do this?
I mean, I looked at my situation. People look at me, they say, wait a minute. James, you left South Carolina? South Carolina has a lower cost of living than Nevada. Really? Yeah, it does. Okay. And you're going to move and you're going to rent a 3-bedroom apartment? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Don't you know it's going to be costly for you to do that? Yeah, well, $2,700 a month tells me that it's costly. You pay $2,700 a month? Oh, I actually pay more than that. I'm lowballing it.
I was gonna say Matt and Craig will jump on here in a minute and tell you.
I lowered it, and they say, your wife has had 4 strokes and 3 heart attacks, and she wears a pacemaker, and you have a home health care worker that works with your wife every day. That's going to cost you some money. Well, yeah, that does, How much does that cost you? Well, maybe $4,000. I don't know. 4,000. What? Wait a minute. Maybe we're doing the math here. $4,000 plus your rent. We haven't talked about your car insurance. We haven't talked about your cell phone bill. We haven't talked about your food. I can't talk to you.
Hey, James, I love you, but you don't go off on this like this on a new prospect, do you?
No. What I do with a new prospect is I will simply ask them, I will say, let me ask you a question. And Jerome will tell you that I say this. Let me ask you a question. How much money would you need to make on a monthly basis to never have to ever work for anybody ever again? I'll wait.
Well, no, when do you ask them this question?
When I meet them.
Oh.
And they respond. They say, well,
because I don't do that.
Forgive me. I digress. Forgive me. I digress.
I love you. My wife's giving me the evil eye, so I gotta get going. But James, I love you, brother. I love you. The reason I asked when you ask them that is that's a great question to ask them once they become an affiliate.
That's what I asked them.
Okay, so when they become an affiliate and you're showing them the theoretical example, perfect place for that question.
Boom.
Okay. I love you guys. I gotta go. Craig, back to you.
All right, really quick, Robert, I wanted to also share, because the timing of this is perfect. I posted up a post earlier. Your mind will believe what you continuously tell it. So tell it that you are smart, ambitious, fearless, and you have what it takes to succeed.
Amen.
So perfect segue. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Lisa Marie Cook, James Saunders, John Tier, Bill Shoemaker, Coach Bob, and Anthony Lombardo for participating. Matt, love you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for being our executive producer and our foundation here on the Inner Circle and the Breakthrough Sessions. And thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us. Until next time, please be good to yourselves, be cash, and Bye-bye. I'm going to open up so everybody can at least say so long.
Bye-bye. See you
All
guys
right,
later.
guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Robert.
Hey, guys.
Bye-bye.
Love
See
Take
you.
you
care,
later.
Craig.
Enjoy the
John,
Thank
weekend.
you all.
Bye.
Anthony, everybody. Love you
You guys
guys.
are
See you,
awesome.
Shauna.
See you later. Bye-bye. God bless.
See you, Jerome. See you, Anthony. See you, Coach Bob.
Bye.
Melody,
Say hi to
Beth,
Terry.
Appreciate you, man. Thank
Yeah,
you, Craig. I love
thanks.
you.